Okay. So data privacy is the key, especially, in our space, because that is something I want all the real estate professionals to keep that in mind. You cannot take your lease data or whatever data and just go and put it on chat gpt and start using it, and especially when you have a lot of that information available in confidential information. So the key is, how do you use llm models with the security, compliance, and guardrails in place? That is the key. You need to think about, when you're working in a business and, working as a lease administrator, or you are doing a CAMREC, or you're a property manager, facility manager, there's a data that is available to you. That is your personal data, something that you're working on. And then there is a corporate data. Let's say you have all the leases, that is your corporate data, company data. And you need to make sure there's a proper guardrails in place, because what is on chat gpt or openai, that is public data. Right. So how do you use these technologies with the proper security guardrails in place? So that way you're not using, you're not sending everything, dumping onto chat gpt and say, hey, just do it. And some of the stuff, again, may not be utilized for training of the llm models. So the key is, number one, look at, a lot of these llm companies, they have apis, open apis. As part of the apis, they tell you that data is secure. And so use the apis, or talk to third-party vendors like Rebo, or your property management applications that you guys are working with. And I'll talk about that in a second, because the property management applications may provide you guys to give you the guardrails that who has access to that data set. Because the trick is part of this AI technology, you only send the data that need to be summarized. You don't send everything and say, just look at it. You only send the relevant pieces of information. And then after that is done, you say you forget about it. It's forgotten. So that way the data is not stored or anything happening there. So you want to make sure they're using the correct technology on top of this OpenAI to make that happen. So I want to make sure the privacy security is the key. And but there are tools, resources available to ensure that you could utilize these technologies with the proper compliance procedures in place.